Are you considering using time blocking, or you've already started with it but want to do it better? In this video, I've gathered up my top 7 tips that I think will help you do just that. There are a lot of people that want to work deeper when they're at work. They want to stop procrastinating their most important work and know at the end of their workday they've actually gotten some important things done.
Time blocking is my #1 productivity improvement procrastination beater technique.
Time blocking is a time, energy, task management technique where you divide your day into focused blocks of time.
You start each day with a well-defined schedule of what you're going to work on and when. Effective time blocking could save you at least 10 hours a week of wasted or low productivity time.
Tip number 1, use a calendar. So a calendar is a must-have tool for time block. It allows you to see an entire week or month and to home in on the details of a particular day and work your daily schedule. You can use a physical calendar, but I use and I highly recommend a digital calendar, like Google Calendar, Mailbird, or one of the dozens of other digital calendars. I find it to be easier and more flexible than a paper system. It allows me to easily make corrections or refinements or adjustments as needed during the day if or when shit happens and I need to make changes. Tip number 2, start with scheduling your fixed meetings and calls. That's the traditional use of a calendar. I schedule a 30-minute time block every Sunday to make my first pass on blocking out my calendar for the next week. And I start by filling in all of my scheduled meetings. And if you'll notice, I color code them in red.
Tip number 3, determine your goals and priorities. Before you start time block, it's critical to know what you want to work on and which tasks are most important. I'm going to assume that you aren't a clueless git, so you already have some grasp of what your highest priority work is, what moves the needle the most for your business, even if you struggle with actually getting them done.
The Pareto principle and the Eisenhower matrix are 2 useful tools for nailing down your list of the really important stuff. I did a video recently on the Eisenhower matrix here in my YouTube channel. My favorite approach to really narrowing down on this list is the one thing question from the book, The One Thing. I did a live workshop, episode 21 of Mr. Wizard's Workshop, where I explained the one thing question in detail.
I'll post the link to those 2 recordings in the description.
Tip 4, create time blocks which work with your natural energy waves, your ultradian rhythm. As you see here, over the course of the day, there are peaks and valleys in your energy. Typically, about a 90-minute up wave, up peak, then somewhat down, then a valley where ideally you're resting and recharging, taking a break of 20 to 30. So I take that into account when I'm blocking out my schedule. For deep work, like for me, content development, that'd be YouTube videos, blog posts, content development like lead magnets, I usually block out a 90-minute chunk followed by a 30-minute rest, recharge, relax block of time. For more shallow work, like work emails, social media networking, I use 60-minute block and block 2 60-minute work blocks back to back, followed by a 20 or 30-minute rest, recharge, relax break. Tip number 5, name your blocks as themes, not specific atomic tasks. For me, the themes fall into 3 major categories: business work, personal work, or rest, recharge, relax. So here you can see the examples of my 3 major categories: rest, recharge, relax. Business work, case 2 blocks of content development, 90 minutes each. Also have a coaching fulfillment call. It's red. It's a reminder that it's a scheduled meeting. And then personal work, financial work.
Tip number 6, add a running success list block at the top of each day. Note that a success list is different than a to-do list. As explained by the authors of The One Thing, a success list focuses on a small number of tasks, the vital few that are essential to achieving your long-term goals.
Here's a 15-minute recurring time block where I'll update that running success list. Also do a quick review of the calendar for the following day. During this 15-minute period, I'll make any final adjustments to today's calendar to reflect what I actually did in case I did make any changes during the day. So this gives me a record of how I actually invested my time and energy each day. I'll also review the list of targeted tasks for the day and update that as necessary. Then I'll copy and paste the content into a new block for tomorrow and make an initial pass on listing out what I'm planning doing for tomorrow. And what exactly am I going to do with these vital few tasks that are in my running success list? I'm glad you asked. That leads us to tip number 7. Put one or at most few clear, specific tasks to each of your work time blocks. Tasks need to be broken down to a sufficient level of detail such that you have a pretty good chance of getting it done during that specific 60 or 90-minute time. So make it clear. I look at my running success list and I copy and paste particular specific tasks into my work plan, planning in advance exactly what I'm going to be working on during that particular time period. For example, what specific tasks do I want to put into this first content development block? Am I going to put a second content development block? Probably. And if so, what am I going to put? Within most of these blocks is where I put the detailed list of things. In the case of my recurring daily rituals, it's a pretty long list. For the content development, this first chunk of time, which I completed, was specific to basically 2 tasks. Edit the workshop video that I recorded this Sunday, get it done, and then upload the video to YouTube and optimize it. That's add the thumbnail description, hashtag, keywords, not keyword, the call to action. And in the second block of content development, which you can see I'm in right now, the task is to complete editing for my cold audience time blocking video, which is this video. And for financial work, I've got the specific tasks I want to get done during that particular block. I hope I've convinced you can do it. And to help you with the next step, I've created a free 12-page quick start guide to time blocking. I'll put the link to download the quick start guide in the description of this video. Thanks for watching this video. Stay productive, my friend.